If you really want to know what makes it go, what takes it high or sends it low down, well, you can work it out if you just learn about the way things work. If you really want to know how it can ride or bump and jump or glide and slide, you ought to take a little look inside the way things work and watch the thingamabob that turns the knob, that makes the jigger jig, that turns the thingamajig, that pulls the trigger, that makes the digger dig. If you really want to know how it can fly without a wing or string to tie with, you find the same simple rules apply with the way things work.
Morning, everybody.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Frank.
What are we looking at?
Olive started it.
It's been really boring round here lately, and I'm looking for something to do. I thought it might be fun to find out what's on the far side of that mountain ridge. I wonder what's over there.
Now you mention it, I don't think anyone's ever been over there.
Let's go and have a look. There's nothing else to do at the moment. Good idea. I'll get the mammoth and trap.
I bet Auntie Brenda would like a nice day out.
Spend a day tramping up some old mountain? I don't think so, thank you, Olive.
But Auntie Brenda, nobody has ever been to the far side.
I haven't got time to worry about the far side of anything. I've got laundry to do. Besides, I'm quite happy with my own view.
But you can only see as far as the next house. And it looks like they've lit a fire to boil up some water to do their laundry.
Good thing, too. You just can't do enough laundry. Now go away and enjoy your trip. I'll see you all when you get back.
What a perfect day to be in the countryside.
Yeah, what a perfect day. Hey, look at those dandelions. Their seeds are so light, they just float away in the breeze.
And that jackdaw's busy finding things to put in its nest.
Oh, dear. The track's too steep for a mammoth trap. We'll have to walk the rest of the way. Come on, everyone. Bet I'll beat you to the top.
Oh, you deserve a nice break too.
Told you I'd be first up here.
Oh, that last bit was really steep.
Not as steep as this bit. Look. You're right there, Troy.
Yeah, it'd take more than a mammoth and trap to get up here from that side.
Oh, no, an earthquake. That's our mammoth. He must have felt lonely and followed us up.
Doesn't look too happy. Let's take him back to the track. But the poor thing was so frightened by the height that no matter what they tried... Come on, be a good mammoth.
Don't worry, just follow us.
It just wouldn't budge. We left Uncle Pilbeam and Troy to look after it. Then Dad and I came back to look for help.
Sounds as if you need some kind of lifting machine. A crane, perhaps. The mountain track's too steep. We'd never get a crane up there.
If only we could float up there on those clouds of smoke.
Well, actually, you're halfway towards the right idea, Olive. It's not the smoke that rises, Olive. It's the hot air. In order to rise into the air, a balloon must somehow make itself weigh less than the weight of the air that it displaces or pushes out of the way. The force that is produced by this displacement is called the upthrust. For the balloon to rise, the balloon's weight must be less than the upthrust caused by the displacement of the air. This happens when the air inside the balloon is heated by a burner. The molecules that make up the air move around more and take up more room. This is known as expansion. As the air expands, some of the molecules leak out of the bottom of the balloon, and because there's less air inside it, the overall weight of the balloon is less too. And when it weighs less than the upthrust, hey presto, it floats into the air. I had barely completed my explanation of the balloon-assisted flight when the islanders set about making one of their own. While we settled down to sew the strips of fabric together to form the envelope, using thread we had borrowed from, you guessed it, Brenda. Later on, I put together a burner to heat the air inside the balloon. This is great! We're almost at the ridge. When we get there, you'll have to descend so Olive and I can get out and help harness the mammoth. To descend, all you have to do is turn off the burner. The air molecules slow down and move closer together. In other words, the air in the balloon contracts. This lets more cool air into the envelope, which makes the overall weight of the balloon greater than the weight of the air it displaces. And because its weight is now greater than the upthrust it produces, it sinks slowly to the ground.
Hey, that's Brenda's laundry basket. Don't go putting a mammoth in there.
Don't worry, it's for you and Frank, not the mammoth.
You've only got to float over the mammoth, then let down a harness. We'll fit the harness on the mammoth, then you'll be able to float it back to the trap.
Come on, Bill Beam, climb aboard. Turn the burner back on, Frank, and you'll float right up and over the mammoth. Righto! Drop that harness, Pilbeam. Let's get this job done before the storm comes.
Dropping, Frank. Whoa, 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 whoa. Not dropping. Are they supposed to do that?
No, they're not.
Dad! Uncle Pilbeam! Come back!
There's no way to control the direction the balloon flies in. We really should have thought of that. Well, I should have. The wind has blown us over the far side. Let's land before we go too far.
That's no good. Not only do we have to rescue the mammoth, but also Dad and Uncle Pilbeam. This wouldn't have happened if they were able to control where the balloon goes. That wouldn't work without something to drive them forward. Like a propeller.
Excellent idea, Olive. Of course! With a propeller attached, what you have is not just a balloon, but an airship. An airship is like a hot air balloon in some ways, but very different from it in others. This envelope that I'm floating through doesn't contain hot air, but a gas called helium, which is naturally less dense than air, just as air is less dense than water. There's just enough helium in here to reduce the weight of the whole craft so that it equals the weight of the air it displaces. When this happens, the airship is said to be in a state of neutral buoyancy. These things are called air ballonets. Air is pumped into or out of them to make the airship ascend or descend. If air is pumped out of the ballonets, the weight of the airship decreases. Just like a hot air balloon, its weight is now less than the upthrust it produces, and so it rises into the air. To descend, you'll simply reverse the process. air is pumped into the ballonets, which makes the overall weight of the airship greater than the upthrust, and the whole thing comes down to earth. These cables run from the upper surface of the envelope. They support the cabin down there. The cabin contains the controls for pumping air in and out of the ballonets, for driving the fans which push the airship through the air, and for the rudder and tail fins at the back, which make it turn whichever way the pilots want.
Any sign of them?
Not yet. What is that?
Hello, Olive. What do you think of my airship?
Wow! It's great!
I'll pick up Frank and Pillbeam. Troy, load the trap into the cart, then we'll deal with the frightened mammoth. Tie these to the basket and we'll soon have you out of there. Okay?
I don't know how I'm going to get that in there.
It's going a bit fast. How's it going to stop? Hey! Come back! Come back!
Looks like Olive and Troy have rescued the mammoth.
If you can call that a rescue.
What?
Come back! Hey! Slow down!
Yeah! Wait! For me?
Luckily, the runaway mammoth ran out of steam by the time it got to the village.
I don't know. Climbing mountains and racing mammoths and losing my laundry basket in the process.
Here's your basket, Brenda. Safe and sound.
I've sweat right through, Mum. Have you got any clean clothes for me?
How could I do any washing without my laundry basket? You might have bought it back, but I'm not going to use it now it's been to the far side. Who knows what it's like over there?
I don't know. Why not ask Uncle Pilby?